I guess I'll do it this way tonight. This is Rice. This is Masterpiece Gaming Theater. This is Tales of Arise. Stream's not working for whatever reason, so pre-recorded it is. Hour and a half last time for last session before a fight. So let's see how this goes.
Be on your guard.
Get lost!
Take this!
Rising Warrior! These ones hit that rings around us! Piercing roar!
Lightning
Thrust!
thrust!
Lightning orb! Mega ray! Far enough! Who wants to die next? Fresh! Hard That'll bring you down! Hurricane Freelancer! Danger the wind! Fear! Spear!
Too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up.
Freeze Lancer!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Raining Flash! Crush! Demon Fang!
Water! Hear my call! Supernova! Raging Cascadia!
Rising Wyvern!
Freeze
Rising
Lancer!
Phoenix!
Hurricane Spike!
Take this!
Wind Astral Energy! More without
Damn!
Gemini Aqua! Lightning
Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation! Illumination Soul!
Now we're not...
Do it! Holy Lance!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Right, here goes! Engaging! Take this! Rising Falcon!
Mine.
No further! Megasonic
Then you leave me nothing!
My shield! My shield! Look sharp!
Hit charge!
Fire
Healing art! Eat dirt! Ice prison!
Dragon form! Eat dirt! Rising Wyvern!
Raging Cascade! I'm all sleep now!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Will this one continue?
The enemy holds us too.
We'll soon see about that!
Prepare to be sealed! Shattering the pieces! Sword Ring out! We're not finished! I can carve through armor! Demon Star! Double Demon Fang! I owe you all! In a bind! Rising Wyvern! You picked the wrong side! Leave the ensnaring to me. Rising Falcon! Be still! It was a close thing. Anything in armor is all
Now you'll learn! Illuminate the hero!
I will show you any mercy! Now or never. No further! Shockwave! Demon Fang! You're mine! Soaring Light Spear! This one's all mine! Not today!
Look sharp!
Dragon Swarm! Pierce through!
I can
Dragon Swarm! Hit through!
Sleep now.
Double Demon Fang!
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Is someone making them stand guard over the Forbidden Zone?
Go no further!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Hear my call!
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Here's a healing art!
Slot!
First
Try
aid!
this!
Bring you down!
In here!
Piercing
In a bind! Double Demon Fist!
This one! Here's a healing art!
Dragon Swarm!
Let me help!
Switch
Lunar Rondo! You picked the wrong fight!
Flaming meteor!
Be still!
Lunar
Rising
Lightning
Falcon!
Orb! Lunar Blast! Dance in the wind! Air
Double
thrust!
Demon Fang! Here I come! Too much! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you
This
all!
should do it! Take this!
Racing orb!
Rising Weapon!
Air thrust!
Flaming meteor!
Searing flame!
Double Demon Fang! Incineration Wave!
Hurricane strike!
I'm out of ammo! Celestial hammer!
Dazzle! Rising Falcon!
Beast assault!
Dragon
Lunar
Swarm!
thrust! Racing orb!
Try harder!
I'll heal you
Swallow
all!
Blade! Demon Fang!
Healing blow!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind me!
Got it! Leave it to you! Here I come!
Here goes!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Aqueous Surge! Let me help!
Dragon Swarm! Pissed off! Pierce through!
Hurricane strike!
Easter!
Radiant Storm!
Switch
Swallow
to
Blade!
Healing
Double Demon Thrust! Try harder! Take this!
Shield and aim!
I'm not done! This isn't looking good! There! There! Demon Fang! Try harder! Sword Rain Alpha! Raining Slash! Eternal Devastation!
For that!
Take this! Rising Water! Sword Rain Alpha!
On guard!
Never get by me!
Rising Wyvern! Stardust! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Rising Wyvern!
Infernal crossing!
Pissed on! Easter!
Now!
Juhalim!
All yours, Kisara!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Bring him down! No further!
This one! Illuminate the
Rising
sky!
Phoenix! Take this!
Wait for their ranged attack!
I'll heal you all!
Piercing!
Healing
Appreciate the help!
Rising Wyvern! No escape! Now or never! Rising Phoenix!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Dragon Swarm! Try harder!
Hurricane strike!
I owe you one!
I'll be saving you!
Astral Art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
In your dreams! Here's a healing art!
Double Demon Fang! Pissed on! Coming through! Ha! Now!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Excited! One more!
You're mine!
Mega Ray! By the Now! Keep going! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Here, let me help. First aid! Reload!
It's total devastation! Go to hell!
Healing to the wind!
Rising
I'll be
Wyvern!
saving
Look
you!
sharp!
Annihilation! Lightning orb!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Get lost!
Demon Fang! For my lord! Get out of this! You're mine!
Searing flame! Reload!
Swallow blade! Take down their defenses! You're mine! You picked the wrong spot! Sword Rain Alpha! Rain and Slash! Rising Wyvern! Eternal Devastation coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Water, hear my call! Look sharp!
Fire in the hole!
Healing! Flame of fury! Laser spear!
You're mine!
Freeze Lancer!
Its armor's too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Will this help?
No further! Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! Your flame inside is yours to be let free!
Hear my call!
Swallow Blade!
Make it ready!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here goes! Going in!
Flame attack! Double Demon! Demon Fang! Here I come! Devastation!
I'll heal you all! More with that
Here I come! Eternal Devastation coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Look sharp! Igneous discharge!
Rising Wyvern! You're on!
By the beast of Dance in the wind! Now! Lost! Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
I'm in good form. I'll crush any enemy with my mace.
Awesome! We've got an avatar of destruction here!
Truly, she leaves naught but rubble in her wake.
Are you guys asking to be her next target?
That took more energy than I expected.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, It might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when—
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control Zugos like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a Master Core?
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the Zugos, then we get some answers. Aim for the weak spot.
In a bind?
Severing wind!
Glacial Punch!
Astral energy!
Piercing Roar!
Chocolate!
Going in! Sorry.
Wind! You'll pay for
Release
that!
us from Death's Abyss!
Dragon Form!
I still got some fight left in me. Burning strike!
Glacial Spear!
Now we're not over.
Try harder!
In here!
There!
More for the style!
Shield up!
Thanks! It's a win!
Sonic thrust!
Sleep now!
Sword Alpha!
I'll be saving
Demon
you!
Fang!
Discharge!
Need to pull my
Double Demon Fang! Incendiary Wind!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
Here's the evil!
Ignite!
Arcade waterfall! Freeze land! The power of light!
I owe you one.
Sleep now!
It's over!
More for the style!
Thanks, Shion.
Take this!
Can't this?
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika!
Double Demon Fang!
How about this?
More with
Try harder!
Glacial Sorry.
Demon! Stay away from my friends! Demon Fang! Double
Where
Demon
are you
Fang!
going? Flaming Meteor!
Eternal Devastation!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
You're mine!
Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Flame
Denied!
inside me, yearns to be let free!
Need to pull myself
Arcade
together.
Burst!
Beast Assault!
Eat dirt!
Gemini Aqua!
Shield
You're mine!
Look sharp!
Arcade Waterfall!
Try harder! Sonic thrust! Sword Ring Alpha! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Eternal Devastation! It's too no! Can't end here!
Come on! You have to hold on!
Lunar Blast!
Inferno Crossing!
Can't be
I'll bring you back from death to— If it's in the sky, it's
Charge
mine!
Malevolence! Arcade
one's
Waterfall! Freeze
Not done
Laser!
yet.
Dance in the wind! Right here!
Try harder!
Ready to go!
Healing Circle!
You're mine! shark! Lightning Tiger Blade! Demon Fang! Inferno Crossing! It's over! Inferno Phoenix!
I still got some fight left in me.
Shockwave Flash!
Here it comes!
On your toes, everyone.
Here I come!
Tempest.
Try harder!
Here's the evil. Tunnel.
Demon Fang! Is this it?
Don't give up. Ready.
I got you!
Lightning orbs.
Down! Your arm!
Oh, violent darting wind.
Not done yet!
Now through all fear.
Here I come! It's over! Blew away! Try harder!
Oh,
Vacuum
violent
Blade!
darting wind. Carve now
Incinerator
through
Blade!
all field.
Try harder! Sonic Drop!
Will this help or the stockpile? Healing circle. I'll fix you up. In here. Recover.
Thrust!
Need to
Pierce through!
Flame. Reload.
Double Demon Fang!
Whoa.
Try harder! Here I come!
I let my guard down.
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Time to let it rip! I owe you one. This one coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I have to train harder.
Here's a healing arc.
Portal Blade! Ignite!
Appreciate the help.
This one's mine.
Flash! Portal Blade! Double Demon Fang!
Inferno crossing. Lunar corruption. I'll be saving
I can't move!
Don't leave me.
handle it.
I'll bring you
I let my guard down.
I'll be saving this one.
Not done yet!
Another
Escape!
heal.
Sword Rain out!
Where that came from?
We've got him on the run!
Don't get cocky.
Right. Still anyone's fight.
Ready to go.
Dragon Swarm!
I still got some fight left
This
in
should do
me.
it.
Look, here's the evil.
Yeah.
In the wind. Breeze lane.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Raging cascade.
Sonic Drop!
Magic is hand. Breeze lancer. Annihilation.
Flaming meteor!
It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone!
Shield and
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Swappy!
Lunar corruption.
No!
Illuminate.
Can't end here!
Holy Land. Gemini Aqua.
There!
Take that.
Double Demon Fang!
Lunar corruption. Lunar blast. Watch and
There!
Spirit flame. Here goes. Raging cascade. Here.
Train harder.
Glacial Spear. It's weakened.
This... And now! Full sight! Take this!
I'm out of it.
Shockwave Flash!
Lightning. Ready to go.
Never mind! Try harder!
Beast of
Here I come! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Glacial corruption.
Take this!
Crossing.
Take your way! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Now it's just her! Varia, can you hear me? Varia!
She's preparing another summoning! The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please, can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case,
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion.
Huh?
Thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her, it reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent. Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns, as well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens. I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Nothing I learn can change that.
I'm going to stop the recording right here. So, that being said, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment on the video. Continuing the next one, this is Rise's Masterpiece Gaming Theater. This is Tales of Rise. Peace.